Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure is a cloudy day, a little bit chilly, not terribly hot. We're going to be hammock camping here in this somewhat familiar place to some of you. And as you guys could tell, we're being absolutely swarmed, just swarmed with bugs. These black flies and mosquitoes are hatching. They're going crazy right now. And well, there's no wind, there's no breeze. I'm not allowed to light a fire right now until 7 p.m. due to burn restrictions in my area. So before I finish getting the camp set up and the rain fly on and all that stuff, I think we need to deal with these bugs. So let's get some mosquito coils going. Alright guys, well now that I've got camp pretty much configured for the evening, the tarp is down low just in case it rains. Got the hammock stocked with my sleeping bag, everything is in there. Mosquito coils providing a little bit of smoke, but honestly not a whole lot of relief. These bugs are absolutely relentless. So despite that, it is time to get a hot coffee on the go. So let's get started on that. Alright guys, cup of hot coffee on the go right now, and as you guys can probably guess, the bugs have not let up at all. I've got one mosquito coil over here, I've got a part of one in a tree just off to the side, blowing this way. These bugs do not care. So, they're likely going to be a nuisance right up until I'm able to light the campfire. I did bring a little bit of a tiny kind of charcoal cooking grill, because I'm going to be cooking food over a grill, and then basically try and keep the fire in there, because as you guys can see, this area is very duffy and leafy. I don't want a forest fire, so I'm going to clear the area, put down my metal grate and fire pit, load that, have a small fire, get the smoke billowing in here, but that won't be for probably about another 2 hours. So I'm going to have to hide in the hammock. That's basically what I'm left to basically do. If you guys recognize this particular hammock, this is the Hammock Drummer 5.0. I did, in fact, endure a massive hurricane hit in this hammock, in this exact hammock. Hurricane Fiona not only devastated the States, but it also devastated a big portion of Canada, Nova Scotia and Cape Breton. So I slept right on the edge of the ocean cliff in this hammock, and it is still flawless, zero damage. I'm going to be hanging in this, getting away from the mosquitoes, and basically kind of enjoy my coffee in there. I usually, typically during the summertime and bug months, I try and get in the ocean areas or at the top of mountain peaks somewhere where it's a little bit breezy. Today, I really wanted to be in the forest, and I thought I was going to be a little bit early, honestly. I thought I was still like a week early before this hit, but I could count probably like 500 black flies if I took the time to sit here and count underneath my hammock, just stuck to it. My backpack, everything's totally covered. So I'm also allergic, so I'm welting up like crazy. My face has welts, my eyes, my hands, fingers. So this is probably the worst that I can actually tell you that I've gone camping, is always in the summertime. Always. I can endure the high winds, the rain, the freezing cold, the snow, the ice, you name it. But the nice, gentle summer temperatures that people are all crazy about brings out these bugs, and it makes me go crazy. So, I'm going in the hammock. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, guys. Let's get out of these bugs. Alright guys, so just relaxing in the hammock, just about finished my coffee. I could zip the bug net all the way shut. It is a little bit of a challenge while being in and out of the hammock. I'm jumping out, moving the camera, doing this and doing that. But what I like to do is just simply drape it over and zip one side a little bit, but basically just drape it over like that. And I find that keeps pretty much all the bugs off of me while I'm sitting in here, going in and out of the hammock. But for now, it's not really a big problem. The bug net does come off, and the hammock does go into chair mode, which is what you guys are looking at right now. So I can lay out totally flat or chill out in this chair mode. With the simple straps here, just release them and it goes totally flat. I actually sleep flat on my stomach in this hammock, believe it or not, and it is extremely comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Side, stomach, or back, very, very comfortable. I've actually fallen asleep in here in chair mode like this while just basically relaxing, watching a movie. And, lights out, wake up, and realize, geez, I'm still sitting up. So I'm going to finish up my coffee. There's only a tiny, tiny little bit in the bottom here. And then I think I'm going to gather up a little bit of firewood and get that fire pit ready, and basically count down the minutes until we can strike that match and light the fire. All right, guys, it's a little later in the afternoon. We're actually getting pretty close to that fire lighting time. I didn't bother collecting a whole lot of wood because there's still a ton of these sticks from when I stayed here in the winter time. If you guys remember this spot, I actually did a hammock hang between these two trees with a totally different hammock system. There's a lot of these branches down here, and the forest floor is just littered full of beautiful firewood that's going to burn really nicely. Burning it inside of the fire pit that I brought means I don't have to have very big pieces of wood. I really just need twigs to feed in there, get a cold base, build some smoke, do a little bit of cooking, and have some fun with that. So let's get the fire pit put together, and then we'll scrounge up a little bit more wood in the area that's close to the hammock. Alright guys, we've got the fire going, very small right now. I'd like to keep it this size ideally. Just it has to go through its flare up stage right now to get burning, produce coals. And then from there I'll just be putting on one round, maybe two at a time, about this size. I'm burning only hardwood right now. Reason for that is my hammock is right here and I do not need a single ember landing on that, melting my sleeping pad, my hammock, my sleeping bag, my tarp. I don't want any holes or any damage, so the hardwood will mitigate any embers from popping and snapping and going in that direction. So that's basically what's going to happen, is just only hardwood. There's plenty of it in the area, and I don't think we'll have any problem looking for firewood. I think what I've got is probably maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to say that's probably pretty good for the evening. Depends on how much I use for cooking. So I'm going to let this burn down into hot coals. I've got the grate over here, and I'll be able to get my pot and my meat and all my veggies and stuff on top of that. I even brought a little set of bamboo tongs, and yeah, we'll get cooking supper here very shortly. I just want to let this burn down, produce a little bit more smoke, and get these bugs out of here because I am getting eaten up. My eyes, my face, I can feel them everywhere. So I'm just kind of bathing in this smoke right now, trying to get out of the bugs. Alright guys, it's been a little while and I've just been slow cooking this Indian style sauce with the vegetables I prepped up. I added the beef strips in there. Boomer has had all of his dinner. He cannot have any of this because it is way too spicy. But I can see that he's inching his way over here to try and get some. He can't have any. So I'm gonna let the fire burn and smolder and smoke a lot. And help get a lot more of these bugs out of here. The sun is starting to pop out just for a brief minute. It's actually almost below the cloud line. So it's gonna be nightfall soon. And I want to enjoy my dinner. So I'm going to get that grate off of there because I don't need that on there anymore. Beautiful thing about this system is you can cook on it and quickly get rid of that grate when you don't need to cook. And then add on some punky wet wood here. And we'll get that really billowing some smoke. Unfortunately, I have to sit in the smoke. Otherwise, I'm being completely eaten up by all these bugs. So it's kind of one of those things where bugs or smoke. I'm going to choose the smoke. And let's give this a go. Oh man. Yep, definitely a dish. Absolutely cooked to perfection. Very, very good. So I'm going to take my time here, eat away at this, and keep swatting these bugs out of my face because they're everywhere. And by the time I come back to you, it'll most likely be a little bit darker, and we can kick back and enjoy the campfire. Alright guys, nightfall is just around the corner. It's getting very dark in the forest. And the fire is doing really, really well right now. So not a whole lot of smoke. I'm able to build it up into flames now that the temperature has come down. The bugs are kind of gone. There's the odd fly here and there, but pretty much they're gone. No more swarms. The cold air is setting in. Tonight is supposed to go down to about 4 degrees Celsius, which is going to be very brisk and cool. I am absolutely excited for that. I do not like the heat and I do not like the bugs, and tonight is going to be a nice refresher after today. So as you guys can tell, I'm already wearing my down jacket. The temperature has come down quite a bit, significantly in comparison to the day. Now I still have my winter sleeping bag, my winter sleeping pad inside of this hammock. I'm going to be totally warm, no problem there, and hopefully have a great night's sleep. Now looking up into the sky, no clouds, or sorry, all clouds, no stars, no moon, no sunset, nothing, and absolute silence. That's about it. There's a rushing river way down this valley and a little bit of the crackling fire. That's it for sound. Nothing, which I enjoy. So being up in the hammock tonight, and the cold temperatures come in the mornings, really nice to just kick off that sleeping bag, let all that cold air in, unzip, crawl out, make a hot coffee, and start the day. If it rains, I've got the tarp open in this configuration. I'm going to leave it like this all night. My backpack has all my gear in it underneath the hammock, so everything's secure, and all my clothing and everything's coming in the hammock with me, so I'll be able to change, and there's all kinds of storage pockets in the system, which makes it really great. So I'm not going to be out here for a whole lot longer. I've got a couple more pieces of wood. Ideally, I'm probably just going to sit out for another round of wood, let it burn out, probably 30-40 minutes. Make sure everything is totally out. I mean, I'm right there. I can see the fire from the hammock. And when I do crawl in, I'm going to start a movie, relax, and just kind of enjoy the night. So once this is done, it's going to be lights out, and I'll catch you guys in the morning for coffee. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, sunny, breezy, and still crisp and cool type of morning today. It is warming up very quickly. As you guys can see, these bugs are back in full force. Boomer's over there getting his suntan in because, you know, he likes to sunbathe in the morning. And I'm just enjoying a hot cup of coffee. This is going to be very short-lived, though, because these bugs are coming back, and I'm not going to be lighting a fire because I've got my fire pit I got to pack up and all that stuff. Now, last night was absolutely incredible. The hammock was rocking just ever so slightly, like this breeze that's happening right now happened all night last night. Just rocking, nice and cool. Kick the sleeping bag off and kind of let that cold air in. Really, really awesome. And there's a lake way back here through these trees, and probably for about an hour I could hear this echoing lone loon call, just a loon just calling out for its partner, just echoing off the corners of the lake, bouncing back just through the night. Was awesome. My favorite sound out summer camping has got to be the loons on the lake, especially a misty and cloudy and kind of rainy, foggy day when you can hear the loons calling, and just incredible. So I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee. Like I said, these bugs are back and they're not going away, so The only thing that I can do is I can go away. So let's finish this coffee up. Let's get the tarp down, get packed up, and carry on with the day. Alright, so I'm starting the pack up process of the hammock here. I've already taken out that little foot pole, and I just want to explain something really quickly and briefly because some of you would have caught it and some of you may not have. Inside of the Hammock 5.0, I'm actually using my NeoAir X-Therm sleeping pad. I'm not using the Hammock pad, which means the X-Therm, the rectangle size, the max, fits in here like a glove. So this is not the Hammock pad. The main difference is the baffles are running this way. On this pad, they should be running lengthwise. The reason why they run lengthwise on the Hammock pad is to really create that bridge structure so it's flat. I knew I was going to be in chair mode a lot more on this trip, and I find this pad with the baffles going this way. Number one, it's much lighter, much warmer, and it folds easy because the baffles are going this way in chair mode. So if any of you are wondering, does it fit? Yeah, it fits like a glove. It just takes an extra second or two to get it in there. Alright guys, I've got almost everything packed up inside of the bag. Just got to throw my cup in there, cinch that down, and get out of here in a hurry. These bugs are swarming like crazy. My absolute least favorite time to go camping. Bugs are crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm up to quite a few things that are going to be coming up in the near future. I'm not going to spoil them here, but just stay tuned. If you're not tuned into the other channel as well, Outdoor Adventures, I highly recommend you go over there. The link is down in the description. I've got a lot of things that are happening on that channel as well. And yeah, just a whole lot of stuff going on. So I hope you guys enjoy this adventure. I'm going to finish my coffee, hit the trail. So peace out. I'll see you in the next episode.